Jules, how's that apology gone down in Paris?
Well, to be fair, I think the club was told that it was coming, that it would happen, and I think they appreciated the fact that Messi apologized. There were phone calls made as well to Nasser Al-Khelaifi, to Christophe Galtier, the manager, the president, the manager, to Luis Campos, the sporting director, who's the one who called Messi to tell him about the sanction and the punishment, if you want. I mean, the best thing that video did, to be fair, is stop the abuse from Messi fans that I was getting, which was always welcome.
It's all about you.
Always welcome, because they finally believed that, oh, okay, maybe he made a mistake and he apologized for it. It's fine, Messi fans, we love you anyway. But yeah, I think it was very welcome. Not that PSG they didn't demand it or anything like that. It's just that he came from the Messi camp, he came from Messi, and I think they appreciated the fact that he kind of admitted that he should not have gone to Saudi Arabia the way he did without the permission from the club.
Meanwhile, Jules, this seems to be the tipping point. Messi missing training and everything that has gone on over the years. It seemed to be the last straw for PSG fans. Neymar, once again, at the heart of a lot of things that they have been critical of. He's been receiving abuse at his house, from what we understand. And we also understand that this is pretty much going to be it this summer. We've talked about rumours, maybe even going back to Barcelona a few years ago, but you feel this is more substantial than we've ever seen before, that Neymar could, in fact, leave PSG.
Yeah, that's right. I'm waiting for a couple of confirmations about exactly what he wants to do in the future, but it certainly feels from the things that we're hearing now that up to now, I mean, certainly last summer he didn't want to move, and that this summer it feels a little bit different for him. We know that he's going to be a father again, that his girlfriend is pregnant, and he wants to not have an environment where he's not at peace with, in a way. And having 50 ultras from PSG turning up at your house, telling you to get out of their club, of the club, of the country, it's not nice. You know, he's recovering from an injury. His season and his time at PSG hasn't been all bad. Of course, there have been highs and lows. We've explained it so many times on the shows, but he still took this team to a Champions League final, for example. So it hasn't been all bad. And now to be the scapegoat in a way like that, it feels wrong. It feels wrong, and maybe that's what will push him out of the club. Maybe he will want to leave in the summer. But again, we need to also give the fact of how much it would cost anyone, whether it's a Premier League club, whether it's a Spanish club, Brazilian, whatever. Right now, there will be a transfer fee to pay, although I think PSG would be very, very welcoming a fee, so it would be easy to negotiate with PSG. They would even take a loan with an option to buy, for example. But right now, he earns 40 million a year. Who can pay 40 million euros a year to someone like Neymar, 31, who's just had an injury that kept him out of the game for 5 months? I don't know who can pay that apart from a Premier League club. So it will also depend a lot on what kind of offers he receives, from who, from where. And I think that will shape a lot his future for next season.
Newcastle, Don?
I don't know. I don't think they can afford him, Dan. The only club that comes to mind is probably Chelsea with Todd Bowley. He'd probably make more than likely to make that Neymar signing. I think it's a shame. I think when you talk about the quality and the class that Neymar's got as a footballer, and obviously, Lionel Messi, the world's best player ever, I think it's a shame that they've priced themselves out the market, but now it's a test.
Don, would you take it like you talk about Newcastle, like you've got a lot of money. Like if they wanted to, they could buy Neymar. Would you want to push that button? Would you want to see him there?
I don't think Eddie Howe probably would. I think Jules knows his injury record better than me, but he's missed an awful lot of games. Listen, I think undoubtedly, and I stand by it, I think when you look past Lionel Messi, I think just behind Messi in terms of natural talent, I think Neymar is right up there with the very, very best. But approaching 31, earning £40 million a year net, it's like, can Newcastle do that with financial fair play? I would imagine they'll probably go in a different direction. So if he's going to come to England, love to see him in the Premier League, by the way, but I only think it could possibly be Chelsea.
Where do we even stand, Jules, with Chelsea? Do they have money? Will they have money? What the heck is going on?
Yeah, they will have money. They will have to sell players, of course, because right now the squad, as we know, is too big, and to balance their books or start balancing their books, then they will have to let go some, especially the ones who don't play at all. So that will happen. So there will be a huge part of their summer just focusing on selling or at least loaning out players. but selling players. And then of course, there will be money to recruit, and especially with the new manager coming in. There's no way a Pochettino, a Nagelsmann, I think it will be Pochettino, coming over and say like, show me the squad. Yeah, that's fine. No, he will say, okay, this is a really good squad, but I also want a number 9 and I want him. I want a centre back and I want him. This is the name I want. This is the guy I want. This is who I've worked with before. I want him at this club too. There will be the Lukaku situation to deal with. There's so much happening, but Don is right. We know that Todd Boehly has had the meetings already with Nasser Al-Khelaifi to talk about Neymar, to talk about the possibility of bringing him to Stamford Bridge next season, for example. So I agree with Don. I don't think this is a strategy from Newcastle to go and get someone like Neymar. Their strategies so far in terms of recruitment have been very, very different, despite the money that they have. For Chelsea, however, the bling-bling has been their strategy. That's what they want. So I think Neymar on that point would fit well.
That's brilliant, isn't it? Neymar, Messi, Lukaku. It's like Football Manager from 10 years ago. A complete dream.
What could possibly go wrong?
Overall, Jules, any chance after this apology that we've seen from Messi that he could stay at PSG next season?
Stay, no. I don't think he will stay next season. He will go.
Because you don't want to see him at your club.
That
You're
apology is just
Messi fans again.
No, it's not that. But there was a time where we thought he might never play again for the club. There's 5 games left in the season. He will miss the next 2. But then there will be 3 left after that when he comes back from his suspension. And we thought he might not fancy it, the club might not fancy it. With the apologies, things might be different, and he might actually wear that shirt again just to finish the season, win the title. And then in the summer, we know that he will go somewhere else.
Meanwhile, if you're wondering where everyone could go in the summer, what sort of transfers we could see, be sure to check out Transfer Talk. Everyone's kind of guessing about which big names could be playing for which big sides at the start of next season. It's a really good read. Be sure to go over there and check it out. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.